What up, though, everybody? What's going on? Your boy is back. Excuse me. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Your boy is back, baby. Back. Let me know. All right, y'all can hear me. Okay, period. Pooh. Period. Okay, first of all, what's up, everybody? What's up, DonDons? We back. We back in the building. We are back in the building. I feel like I have not been with y'all in about a week on a serious tip. So it feels good to be back. It feels good to be back, child. Yes, indeed. It feels great to be back. Okay. So we of course got a slew of things to talk about since I have been gone. And you all already know I was going away for the brunch, all right, that took place on Sunday. All right. Um, I'm getting so much positive feedback in regards to it. It blessed so many people, even people who did not get an opportunity to attend, but they were able to see things online. I would like to say thank you again. So we'll get into that, of course, a little bit. We're going to get into Nene Leakes. We're going to get into Rainey Jr. We're going to be getting into NELL FLETCHER. We will be getting into Melody SHARI, Tommie Lee, Carlos King, and these Love and Marriage Huntsville numbers. And then I want to address something that took place yesterday that I want to nip in the bud before it gets bad because I've already received some DMs in regards to it. So I just want to clear it up. And the crazy thing is, I know you're going to run it back to who it is about. So we're going to discuss that, of course, as well. But before I get into any of that stuff, I am going to go ahead and greet everyone in the chat. And also, I'm going to let you guys know that I'm going to turn this thing into a positive thing. So it's not even going to be like, no, it's no shade. It's none of that. I just want to address my part in it so that it doesn't go far. Okay. All right. What's going on, Miss Linda Gamble? How are you? Sweet Vern, what's going on? How you doing, love? What's going on, Jennifer? Hey, what's going on, Cam? How are you? What's going on, Sweet Essence? I see trending at some point in the house. What's going on, Boo? I know you are working. I understand. Paper Chase 22, what's going on, Boo? Ella Rogers, what it do, honey? Bonnie, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Miss Williams, how do it? Do you, honey? How do it? Do you? Mama V, what's going on with you, boo? What's going on? Miss Cheryl, what's going on, love? Jamie, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? McGeechee, what's going on? What's going on? Special K, what it do? What it do? Aunt Natty, what's going on, love? Miss Veronica, what's up? What's up? Miss V Jackson, what it do? Didi, what's going on? Good afternoon. Felicia, how are you? Ham Sandwich, what's going on? Pumpkin, what it do? Deshonda, what's going on? How are you? Miss Tina, J28T is in the house. What's going on? I want to make sure I speak, honey. What's going on, Keisha? What's going on? What's going on? Baby Prada shoes. What's going on? Jasmine, how are you? What's going on, Amber? What it do? You mean what's going on? Swamp Talk with Louisiana chick. What's going on? Who's that lady? Okay. What's going on? What's going on? I know y'all used to me going live in the morning, but it is still morning on the West Coast as well. So what's going on, Nicole? What's going on? Symmetry Boo, how you doing? How you doing? Let's see. Miss AKA, what it do? Miss B, that's me. What's going on, lady? Miss Lady One, what's going on? And Ned, how you doing, boo? What's going on? Camera Real. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to these wonderful content creators who are in here, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, okay? How I See It TV, another content creator. Make sure you go subscribe. What's going on, boo? Let's see who else is up in here. Miss Patricia, what's going on? Red and what's going on? Y'all know I'm from the South. We speak around here. We speak, baby. We speak regardless. You know, we gonna speak, honey. What's going on, TD Love? What's going on, Lady B? How you doing, boo? What's going on? All right. Yes, please make sure y'all hit that like button as you guys come on in. Please make sure you hit that like button as you guys come on in. All right. So I want to open this up being transparent and letting you guys know of something. And again, I'm nipping this in the bud before it gets to this negative place. I don't want to be in a negative place. I am very high from my event, and I don't really want to come down off of that high based on people being messy or people trying to create certain things. Okay. All right. Most of you guys, I'm gonna name names because again, I don't want this to come off as if I'm being shady because there's no shade here. So let me go ahead and say it. All right. One thing about me, I'm going to support content creators, period. Right. If I don't really care for you, I just choose not to tune into your and what I mean by don't care for you, if like we've had any words or anything like that, I feel like I don't grace my presence on your platform. That's the way that I feel about it, right? And vice versa. I would hope that people would do the same thing. Now we know people don't do the same thing, but that's how I operate. If I just don't fool with you, I just don't fool with you. You won't see me in your comments. You just will not see me. That's just the way that I am. So I wanted to say this. I support a lot of people out here in these streets, and I don't want no problems with nobody that don't come for me first. Okay. So yesterday I was in two content creators chats, and I'll say it. I was in St. James chat and I was in the official Thais reports chat. I understand that they don't see eye to eye. And I made a mistake by watching both of them at the same time on two different devices. And I spoke to Thais, but I ended up speaking to Thais in the Thai squad in St. James's chat. And again, it wasn't any shade on my end. I was exhausted yesterday, but I do try to support people. And it was a literal mistake. It was not done to create no mess. It was not done to be shady. I don't have a dog in any of their fights and anything that they have going on. So for me, it's no shade. It's all love. I really do support the both of them. And it's no shade for me. It really honestly isn't. It was a true honest mistake, and I can definitely correct my wrong. I even said that in his chat. Like I did not, because I noticed one thing about me. I noticed, when people are trying to be shady, and again, there was no shade on my end. So I know I received shade back because it was more so like, I know you didn't, girl. Again, it was not done on purpose. It was not done to create no drama. It was not done maliciously. And I'm one that can own, my mess. And again, it it just was not messy. So I wanted to address that because again, I got love for both of them. I support the both of them. Y'all have seen both of them in my chat before several times. And again, I don't want no mess, but I started seeing DMs yesterday. And again, woke up to a couple this morning. Like for me, it was no shade, but I wanted to be a man about it and address the fact before it gets out of hand. Okay. So you can say what you want. Again, it was no mess. It was no mess. It was no shade. And that's just me being honest. I enjoy both of them. I love both of their audiences. And again, it was just a mistake. I was listening from both of them at the same time from two different devices, showing support, and I made a mistake and spoke in the wrong chat to the wrong person. So again, I just wanted to say that so that it doesn't go far, because the way that these YouTube streets are going, like right now, people like to run with whatever little thing that they can run with, and I'm just not interested in it. I have no energy for it. And again, I just wanted to address it. All right. That's enough about that. So yeah, if you didn't hear it, please rewind it. Again, I love the both of those individuals, and I do think that they're great in their own way. And that's that on that. All right. Again, hey to everyone who is coming in. What's up, Harold? What's going on, Miss Linda Gamble? I think I spoke, Miss Linda, but I'm gonna speak again. What's going on, baby girl 1981? Let's see who else up in here. What's going on, Terry? What's going on, generic name? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? CCs are also using the audience and subscribers as scapegoat. I feel like this is for something else, generic name, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. I know about the stuff that's going on in the YouTube streets, and really honestly, I don't have anything to do with it. I'm dealing with my own stuff over here. So again, I don't have anything to do with it. I feel like at this point we're all adults, and whatever we decide to engage in and indulge in, that's your business. I noticed that a lot of y'all don't want to take the accountability of y'all's bit of subscribers being messy. And again, I'm not trying to come off of my positive horse, but I gotta address this now just because you said it. And sorry if it comes off in a certain type of tone, in a certain type of way. But let's just go ahead and address it since it's brought up, right? I don't have anything to do with anybody's beef outside of what involves me. Okay. I don't have any beef with anybody. I either just don't fuck with you or I do. And that's just that on that. That's why I am. Either I fuck with you or I don't. And that's on period. I'm so tired of this notion of everyone has to, like, I don't, sorry, I wish these people the best. I really do. I wish these people the best. I do hate to see the divide, but girl, if I just don't mess with you, I just don't mess with you. And I'm not going around trying to bring you down because I don't mess with you. So regardless, everybody else's beef, it's not my concern, honestly. It's not. It's just not. And if we're going to be honest about it, subscribers, y'all are messy. Some of y'all are messy. And you should take accountability as well. Because here's the thing. Y'all go, not only do y'all go from chat to chat, you go from DM to DM. You do all these things and y'all don't want to accept the accountability. I feel like it's messy for you guys to go in other people's comments and bring up situations that are happening on other people's channels. So yes, y'all have to take some accountability too. Do I think that these content creators are grown and create their own spaces? Absolutely. But what we're not going to do is pretend like you guys do not have some sort of thing to do with it. Because again, y'all travel from place to place, continuing mess. Because let's be for certain about it. We get up here and we say this is for entertainment purposes only, and all things are alleged. Y'all got me here, so let's discuss it. I'm tired. Like, let's just discuss it since y'all got me here. We get up here and we literally say all things are entertainment and alleged, right? Y'all literally see it as entertainment. Y'all don't care if we're not seeing eye to eye. Most of you don't. I'm not going to say that some of you don't, but most of you don't care because guess what? It's content for you to look at from day to day. You don't care. Y'all don't care when It's not you that's having to deal with these situations on the back end. You don't care. Let's be for real about it. I'm just really tired of people not wanting to take their accountability or take part in whatever they effed up in. Just take the accountability, and if you decide to move on without talking to that person or without, then let that be it. But we're not gonna act like that this is not a thing, that you guys are not still kind of creating problems, because that's what it is too. Not only is it just the content creators, but it is y'all too. Okay, and that's just the facts of it. That is literally the facts of it. And I just had to say that because I feel like, number one, y'all want everybody to address this in a certain type of way. And I don't think y'all are going to always agree with the way that people address it. And this is just the way that I address it. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have anything going on. And if the shoe does not fit for you, one thing I've always said, please do not tie it up. Please do not lace it up. Please do not do those things. Don't wear the shoe if it does not fit for you. It's simple. Don't. Y'all can be messy. Own it. Own it. Own it. Y'all can be messy. So that's just where I am with it. I feel like y'all wanted it from me, and I gave you what you wasn't asking for, but I gave it to you. Because I'm kind of tired of y'all. You like to come in folks chat throwing subliminals. The other night I was on a high, and people coming in mentioning stuff about other content creators, beefs and stuff like that. Respect the content creator who literally tells you guys not to mention names. Don't bring this stuff up. Respect it. Y'all really have gotten out of hand. Y'all don't want nobody coming in y'all house disrespecting y'all. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. But some people just do not have a problem doing that. And one other thing that I noticed, and then I'm moving on, another thing that I've noticed is a lot of y'all do not know how to read the room. Learn to read the room. A lot of y'all do not know how to read the room. Do y'all know what that means? It means when you come in a chat, baby, you do not get to change the trajectory or the conversation of what we're actually talking about because you came in late. I can't stand that. I cannot stand that. And listen, now sometimes people do it and I'm okay with it. If they're just saying like breaking news, such and such is happening, okay, because I might not have seen it. But for the most part, I'm saying for the people who are coming in to create divide, create issues, create these things, baby, you gotta learn to read the room. And see, I know a lot of y'all don't like these conversations because I'm speaking about you. A lot of y'all don't like these conversations because you know I'm talking about you. Learn to read the room. Please, just learn to read the room. I really honestly have been on a high, and people will do whatever they need to try to pull you down. And so I'm sorry that I had to go to this extent, but I feel like you guys have been asking about it. And I feel like, to be completely honest, y'all don't give a shit. Y'all really don't. Let's just be honest about it. Y'all don't care about these folks going back and forth. It's entertainment for y'all. So stop. Stop it. Stop going from chat to chat, creating mess. Stop doing it. And to these content creators, I'm going to say this, and I don't care if you don't like it or not. One thing we have got to do, we can't keep getting up here preaching about accountability and not wanting to take accountability for anything. We can't keep doing it, y'all. If we want other people to take accountability, we have to be willing to do the same thing. And that's just the truth. So again, I don't have a dog in the fight of folks arguing or going back and forth. There's a level I will go with people, and I just don't, I don't go low. I'm not doing that. And I want to be very completely honest, right? Even people that I have not seen eye to eye with, I have known things to happen to them, and I have spoke up on it and said that it was not right. Because I believe regardless, right is right and wrong is wrong. So that's just where I am with it. And sorry y'all got that into me today, but I just feel like y'all was asking for it, so you got what you asked for. All right, I'm moving on. All right, let's get into the mess on the in the blogs, honey. Let's get into the mess in the blogs, baby. What's going on, everybody who just came in? What's going on? What's going on? I just had to get that off my chest. I did. And I feel like y'all been asking for it. I want to talk about my high moment because I'm not gonna let nobody let me come off of that. Okay, so let's talk about the high moment and let's talk about the okay. So here's what I want to say. Again, I still got a lot of thank yous to get out. Hold on, I'm trying to put this on the screen. Um, okay. So, first of all, I want to say this again. I appreciate all the support from everybody who was involved in the brunch, whether you helped with setup, whether you were a sponsor. Shout out to Charnita's World. Shout out to just everyone who supported. Shout out to Trending. Shout out to Simply Elegant Ones. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to all of the panelists. Shout out to Eric, my really good friend, who literally saw that I was kind of crushing in the moment. And I'm gonna give y'all transparency, and I've said this before. My issue is I want to handle everything on my own, and I understand that I cannot do that, right? Um, and I think a lot of times we get overwhelmed based off of those thoughts. And I know that that is something that I really sincerely need to work on. Because again, I really like things done. I like things done my way. And it was a problem for me. Okay. And I recognize that. I absolutely recognize that. It took several people getting me together. Baby Mia had to get me together. Eric had to get me together because when Eric walked in the building and he saw me, he literally said, "Friend, calm down, calm down," because I see it all over you. And what I wanted in the room was positive energy. I did not want, you know, negative energy. And I think a lot of times it's a little hard. It's a little easier said than done, right? So again, I was worked up. I was going through a lot that day, the whole weekend. Ever since I had touched down in ATL, things started effing up. The thing was getting ready to F up, and I really wanted to cancel it. And I ain't tell even the people who were close to me a lot of the things that happened. And I'm definitely not gonna do all of it because again, from a business standpoint, I want to keep and make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I'll just say that this taught me a lot of things. And I think sometimes what you have to do um by learning by making the mistake is what I did when I got home and I completed it this morning was I had a list of things that I know I want to work on and I had a list of things that I felt like I was satisfied with. And of course, the list that of things that I need to work on was hella longer than the other list. And I'm okay with that. You know why I'm okay with that? Because it's always a teachable and a learning moment. And I feel like sometimes we don't really want to learn. We don't really want to be taught in that moment. We don't know everything. And so again, I appreciate the people who are around me who are able to encourage me to be like, nah, chef, this is going to be great. People are here to support you. This is going to be great. Your next one is going to be even better because you're learning as you go. So that's what I did to help with this situation. So again, I want to say thank you to everyone who was able to clock some of the things that were going on and you got in where you fit in and you were able to help. Some of you guys helped in tremendous ways that I can't thank you enough for. And I'm very humbled. I'm very grateful. And I just want to say thank you to everyone involved. I mean, there's so many names that I can name, but again, I want to appreciate you all again because you don't have to be the way that you are. And I'm gonna shut up before I start getting emotional because y'all know I'm a crybaby and I will get emotional. But I just want to say shout out to the people who are true friends, who are true believers that believe in your dream. The ideal behind the brunch was to help people push toward their dreams. We dream things and then we feel like we get set back and we don't sometimes some of those dreams we don't ever even go back to in our lifetime, right? Some of those dreams we never even look back at and we be like, I had this dream, this vision, this goal, and because sometimes we get knocked down so hard, we never go back to revisit those things. And so the idea of this brunch was to encourage the people who were in the room, who were watching, to let you know that every dream that you dream, it does count. Everything that you put a fight up for, it does count. And what I do think from now on, listen, we got to start executing the goal no matter what it does. Failure is going to happen. And I think a lot of times we are so afraid of failure that we don't even want to give it a try, bro. We don't want to give it a try. And so I'm hoping that these words encourage some of you to keep going towards your visions, towards your goals, because sometimes you do fall flat on your face. But how do you learn how to pivot? How do you learn how to do things better the next time if you don't? How? How do you not learn if you don't fall? If you don't, none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. None of what we do is destined to be perfect. You gotta learn. You have to be taught. And these things are something that is clear. It is clear for everybody. We are all human. So again, I hope this blesses someone to go chase toward your dreams, your goal, whatever it is. Get that thing off that back burner, put it on that front burner, and turn that thing up all the way to 10. Okay. It need to be on high. Okay. Because I need to see what you are able and capable of doing. And let's just stop being all talk and let's actually do the work and make that thing happen. Okay. All right. Hopefully, again, that encouraged somebody because that's the type of high I'm on. Okay. I'm on that type of high. All right. So if you guys have not seen this live stream, shout out to all of you who were there and did live stream this. But if you have not gotten the opportunity to see it, I encourage you to head over to my Instagram and take a look at this thing. We have 146 likes on this thing, and yes, I do like my own stuff, honey. I don't care. I think you're supposed to like your own stuff. I think some people say that that's crazy, but I think you're supposed to like your own stuff. Anyway, so we had quite a bit of people in the building, y'all. There were people who unfortunately bought tickets but wasn't able to come because of flight cancellations and other things that were taking place. But I just again want to thank you everyone for who came in the room and really just it was an aura of positive energy. Like I did not feel not one lick of negativity in the room. And I think that that is so big. It's so dope. I just again I appreciate you all right? And I want to do this again because the thing is I want to be an encourager. I'm not listen, I think we all got a damn messy bone in us, okay? Because we about to get a little messy with these celebrities and stuff like that. But again, I want to encourage people to keep pushing and keep going. All right. So St. James, I see you in the chat. I really would like for you to rewind this as well. Because I did apologize to you in the beginning of this live because again, I don't want no mess or nothing like that. So I would love for you to go back and rewind that and just take a listen at what I said. I just want to be a man about the situation and apologize to you. I was going to send you the timestamp in your Instagram DM as I will do for Thais as well. I don't want to mess. Love both of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. All right, that's for sure. Um, so again, I had to say those things. I had to get all that off my chest for the day. Again, I want to encourage the people. Shout out to y'all again for being in the building, and shout out to all of the positivity, baby. Shout out. It was just dope. Okay. It was dope. All right. So let's get into this stuff, baby. We gotta talk about some things, y'all. We gotta talk about some things, okay? Um, Oh, also, let me not forget those of you who donated tickets for people. I do appreciate that as well. It did allow other people to come who maybe were not financially able to come, or because I understand you. Some people saving and putting the coins and stuff to the side and responsible, and so I totally understand those things. But we did. I do appreciate y'all for blessing other people who were not able to make it. Okay. All right, let's get into some things. There seems to be a lot going on, a lot that has gone on since I have been gone, child. Okay, so let's get into some things. Y'all see my girl Nene Leakes on the thing. Y'all see her on there. Y'all know Nene my girl. Y'all know Nene my girl. But Nene girl, I gotta talk to you, girl. I gotta talk to you, Lenithia. Okay, you know you my girl, but we gotta talk, girl. Okay, so let's get into it. And also, too, please make sure you hit that like button. If you'd like to bless the channel, you already know how to do that. Cash App, $Shift, Don2, or via Venmo. It is greatly appreciated. And again, thank you. All right, let's get into this. So, Nene Leakes' ex-landlord attempted to garnish RHOA alum's bank account over $25,000 dead child. Let's get into it so we can refresh our memory real quick. Shout out to the neighborhood talk for this. So, neighbors, this is messy. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Nene Leakes faces a tense legal battle with her landlord after allegedly not paying $22,000 in rent for her business. Now, according to court documents obtained by InTouch, Trusted Bank was served with a summons by landlord MPG Sugarloaf, who had been granted a sum of 5 figures for allegedly overdue rent on Nene's now closed swag boutique. Now, the summons informed Trusted of the debt that Nene owed. It instructed the bank to immediately hold all money, including wages and other property, except what is known to be exempt, including property in safe deposit boxes or similar property that you hold belonging to the defendant named above, beginning on the day of service of this summons, including the next 5 days. In their August 2023 lawsuit, MPG Sugarloaf asserted that Nene had signed a lease in 2017 during the pandemic. Nene shut down their stores. Now, Nene briefly reopened the boutique in 2022 before finally closing it for good. After the reality star left, her landlord claimed that she didn't pay $22,000 in rent. Nene mentioned that the case on social media. The ex-Real Housewives of Atlanta star claimed that her late husband, Greg Leakes, had signed the lease. Greg signed the lease, not me. He ain't here, she wrote. This reality star went silent in court, even though her landlord in Atlanta claimed that to have served Nene with legal documents at her $1 million condo. Therefore, the judge issued a default decision on in November of 2023. The amount granted to the landlord was $25,631, which included $22,000 in outstanding rent plus interest. Blue child, the ghetto, in Nene, as Nene would say. Nene, listen. One thing I always say is I be telling people, I be defending folks because one thing that the public always says, Charles, when people have problems like this, they're always going broke and doing all those things. Meaning that was your boutique, baby. That was your boutique, baby. Now, I understand your late husband may have signed it, and all due respect to Mr. Greg Leakes, I also don't think that he would be out here happy that you ain't paying no bills, Nene. I'm just saying. And Nene, my girl, but I gotta hold her accountable with this one. Like, boo, I don't think Greg would be happy with that. And so I think you ought to definitely pay them for what what you owe them, okay? Because we're not gonna play like you ain't got it, okay? We're not gonna play like you ain't got it. I do believe you have it, and I do believe you can pay them people. You know, like people like to call you broke and stuff, but I don't think so, and I do think that you can pay this debt. That's just my thoughts, and I would hope that you would make it right, Mama, before they come for your wages and stuff. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's that about Nene Leakes. I again believe that she got it, and I would hope that she would go on and pay that bill. You know, shout out to Catrice. Shout out to Catrice. Catrice was down to the brunch. Shout out to you. Thank you for your super chat. I really do appreciate it. I enjoyed myself at the brunch. All right, now I love the feedback, honey. Now, again, if you was at the brunch and you enjoyed the brunch, can y'all just drop down in the comments and say you enjoyed the brunch, baby? I would like to know. Again, if you was at the brunch, drop down in the comments and say you enjoyed the brunch. Okay. She's following in her friend Sharae's footsteps. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Hey, Minky Finky. Hey, Regina B. What's going on, y'all? Okay. So let's get into our next story, child. Let's go ahead and get into our next story. So I hadn't done a follow-up to this because, again, I've been on the go. I've been on the go and hadn't gotten the opportunity to see everything disclosed with him. Okay. So come to find out, now we talked about this man. Cory went viral because the judge told him to show up around there to the courthouse, and I mean round there to the jail, and turn himself in because he had suspended license. His license had been suspended for 2 years. That was the original story. Okay. Then it came out that he didn't have no license at all. Well, it came out that there was a clerical error made with the clerk, honey, that he had gotten it fixed, but in our actuality, he ain't get it fixed. Okay. Then it came out the judge say the man ain't had no license, ain't had no nothing, and he been using that ID round there, knowing good and well he wasn't supposed to been using the ID. Okay, as no driver's license. All right. So now it has been revealed that he has went to go get his learner's permit down from the DMV. Now, what I'm gonna say is you gotta start somewhere, right? You gotta start somewhere. So, Cory, I ain't mad at your homie. I just want to clear up what I said about your homie. Now, I'm glad you got your learner's permit. Now, I just pray you go all the way through with the thing, sir. I'm quite sure that they're making you get your license now at this point. Some kind of way they probably making sure you get your license at this point. I want you to go ahead and get your license, okay? Get your license, and so you can drive your wife around and do all the things that you need to do so you can make it to your doctor's appointments with no issue. Okay, as you was pulling into the doctor's office. Okay, now some of the people say you was going around there to take your wife to the doctor, and then some people say you was going to the doctor. I don't know what you said around there, but whoever you was taking to the doctor, we want you to be legal. Okay, Cameron, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I was thinking that in my mind. A learner's permit, sir. But listen, you gotta start somewhere, okay? Some people going around there getting GADs, So I guess I don't know, Mr. Cory. When you were a certain age, I didn't know that a learner's permit was a such thing. I really didn't. I really did it. And maybe that's just in the state of Michigan. I don't know how Michigan laws work, but I think it is absolutely wild. And I wasn't gonna say that, but I do think it's wild for you to have a learner's permit. I absolutely do. But how long you get to? I got to look it up because I wants to know how long do you get to have a learner's permit? What's the T, honey? What is the T? Because I'd like to know. Oh. Hold on, y'all. 6 hours of behind the wheel training. Okay. 6 hours behind the wheel training, 24 hours of classroom instruction, and 4 hours of observation time in the training vehicle. Okay. Those are his qualifications that he would have to do until he learned how to drive. Okay. Now, I'm just assuming the man already know how to drive, so this ain't gonna be no hard thing for him to do, okay? Because he was driving around there to the doctor. Okay, that I'm just telling y'all, at his big grown age, he is definitely having to go through driver's education course. Okay, I was just telling y'all what the thing said. That's what the thing said. Okay. All right, Mr. Cory, we wish you nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you moving steps toward getting your license. Okay. I'm not laughing at the thing because I don't think that's right. I'm not laughing at him. Um, I I can't lie. I am kind of giggling at your age and the fact that you still can learn this permit. I am. I'm not even finna tell that lie. All right, let's keep going. Charles, folks trying to pin Oprah and Gayle against each other. Do y'all think that's what it is? Okay, so Gayle then came out and told Oprah business, honey. Gayle came out and told Oprah business. Oprah allegedly was hospitalized for stomach complications, and some folks were saying the stomach flu. Some folks were just saying, some people saying it's that stuff. Um, you know that since the person that was in my comments that said I didn't know what I was talking about, uh, Ozempic is a drug that is used by people who have um um and don't take this the light way, but diabetics and people who have sugar, the sugar. Okay. So here's the thing. And I just said the sugar because that's how we say it around here where we from. We call it the sugar. So uh that's just the way I feel about it. I feel like it's a cop out for the people to be around here taking it as a weight loss supplement. I'm just saying. That's just my thoughts. But anyway. Somebody tried to come in my comments and said I didn't know what I was talking about. Absolutely. How you gonna tell me I don't know what I'm talking about? Okay. The people be saying that. But anyway, so basically they're saying that she stomach flu stuff was going on with her. I'm gonna say this. I pray for nothing but the best for you, Oprah. I pray that you heal completely. But take care of your body. You know, Listen, I can't tell nobody what to do. We can't tell nobody what to do. We can't tell nobody how to lose the pounds. We really can't tell nobody. Now I can disagree with it all day, every day, but I can't really tell nobody what to do. So, do you, boo? But if it's causing complications like this, mama, you may need to reconsider. I hope that the doctors are informing you of the best things that you are able to do to take care of your body and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But just be careful, okay? And according to Gayle and Oprah, they are good, baby. Okay. So there we go with that, honey. According to Oprah, she good. She's at home healing and getting right. Okay. All right, here we go with this, child. Here we go with this. All right, so in case if you guys do not know, Pastor Tony Evans is the pastor of a pretty large church here in the DFW area. Okay. Well, Pastor Evans decided to step down in regards to an undisclosed sin that he committed years ago. Um, okay. Whew. This may not be something that a lot of y'all agree with. This really may not be a lot that you guys agree with. But Pastor, I don't quite understand. It really don't make no sense to me. And I'm just being honest with you. It don't make a lot of sense to me. It just does not. But let's get into it. So, neighbors, popular Dallas pastor Tony Evans has stepped down from the pulpit due to letting the devil use him. Lord, it's messy over there. Pastor Evans, who notably built one of the largest predominantly African American evangelistic churches in the United States issued a statement saying that the foundation of our ministry has always been our commitment to the Word of God as the absolute supreme standard of truth to which we are to comfort our to conform our lives. When we fall short of that standard due to sin, we are required to repent and restore our relationship with God. A number of years ago, I fell short of that standard. Pastor Evans didn't go into detail about what he did, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that clearly there's a story that will break about him soon. And that's my thing as well. I do think that he is trying to get ahead of something. I'm not sure. Here's what I will say. His wife passed away about it's been a few years now. His wife did pass away. Since then, he has gotten remarried. Now, I don't know what this is. I really don't. I don't have any clue on what is going on. But I do find this very strange. I do. I really do. I do believe that this is a way to try to get ahead of some things, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, it's interesting. I will say that it is very interesting to me. It is very interesting to me. But I'm wondering what's going on. I don't know if maybe while his wife was sick, he did something that he should not have done. I don't know. His wife was sick before her passing. His first wife, she was sick before her passing. So I don't know. I have no clue, but honey, I do think he's trying to get ahead of something, but he did step down. And so yeah, I did want to touch briefly on that. Um Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship is where he was. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. Okay, yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, Pastor Evans. I wish you the best. I wish you the best, Pastor Evans. I wish you the absolute best. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't know this baby. I'm gonna say rest in peace to her. I did not know her. But again, may she rest in peace. Now, from my understanding, um, this young lady passed away from a an alleged drug overdose, and I'm just gonna say alleged because I was not there. I didn't like, yeah. I'm just gonna say alleged, right? Um, I found this to be quite interesting because clearly she was signed on to Gucci Man's label. And again, I did not know the young lady. I did see something floating around the internet the other day, I guess with her boyfriend telling everyone, kind of giving everyone a little bit of an update as to what was going on. I did see that he was super emotional in the video that he did do. But again, I don't really know her. I don't know a lot of these young artists, these young rappers. I really don't. I don't even know a lot of these new gospel artists, to be honest with you. Call me old school, call me what you want. I don't know. Okay. However, I did find this interesting. Again, this was reported by the neighborhood talk, but Keisha came in defending her husband, and she said, "Leave my husband alone. He signs these artists to help them and give them a better life. I wish it wasn't like this. Chant, we love you, girl. Rest in heaven." Now, of course, the comments are going to be commenting, and people are going to have things to say, and I really don't know a lot to commentate on this. I really don't. But I did see this, and I did find this interesting. I did just want to say rest in peace to the baby girl as well, and praying for her family. Um, you know, death just isn't easy, and the baby was 26 years old, so death just is never easy. But especially going through different things. I've read somewhere where she was with a friend, and she I mean, you never know what people are going through. And so again, Prayers to her, her family, and may she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Um, I did want to say that. Okay. All right, now, child. Okay. Now, child, Nick Cannon talking about he gon' he gonna have his hands full this upcoming Father's Day because he gonna have all his kids at the same time. Sir, I, I can't with you. I can't with you. But I just can't with you. I don't even know why that's news. But anyway, let's get into this. Um, let's get into Stephen A. Smith, honey. Um, let's get into this. Stephen A. Smith. I'm just gonna keep this as simple as I possibly can. I want you to continue to commentate on sports. I really do. Because when you get out here and you begin to talk about these things that you sound dumb sometimes. You really do. I'm just gonna say it. You sound very dumb sometimes. I think that you should continue to talk about the football. I think that you should talk about all of these other things. I really wish you should shut up because let me just say this. Honestly, Will don't owe us shit. He don't owe you shit. He don't owe anybody shit. Okay. The one thing about it is, a lot of people said that the man wasn't gonna have no jobs, he wasn't gonna be able to do no things. But the man is over there making millions off of this movie, and that is what his main focus is. Again, he don't owe you nothing, and that's just really how I feel about it. You sitting up saying that you can't watch the movie until he give an apology. Well, girl, just don't go. Just don't go around there to the movie theater. Do yourself a service, honey, and don't go around there. I think it is so dumb to get up here and say, and then you try to justify it, you try to defend it. In all actuality, again, we don't owe you shit. The only person he owe anything to is if this truly how you feel. The only person, in my opinion, that he would owe anything to would be the person that he offended or felt offended in that moment, which would have been Chris Rock. He don't owe you nothing. He don't owe the black community nothing. He don't owe nobody nothing. And if you have a problem with the way that he operates and the way that he do his thing, then just let it be what it is, sir. But you getting up saying things, it don't gotta change him. You know what I'm saying? Like Stephen A. Smith, sit over there and talk about the next basketball game. Talk about the next football game, whatever is in the season right now. I don't give a damn if you speak about volleyball. Just shut up. That's just what I want you to do. Just be quiet. No one, no one made you the spokesman of who should apologize and how you can't see yourself going to watch the movie. Well, damn it, don't go. I mean, that's simple. Don't go. Don't watch it. Don't watch the clips. Don't watch the press. Don't watch nothing concerning any of it. That's how I see it. Just don't go. I mean, sir, I'm like, it is, to me, it was just pointless. It was just something that you didn't need to say. And I feel like, again, in this moment, Will doesn't owe us anything. Will doesn't owe the community anything. All Will is doing is laughing at you and running on down to the damn bank. That's what he doing. Okay. Sorry. That's just also the way that I see it. Okay. Will is laughing at you and he running around there cashing them checks at the bank and watching that bank account steady go up. How about that? Okay. That's how I feel about that. Moving on. I got a lot to talk about because there's been a lot going on. And shout out to Will and Martin for doing a big one, honey. Shout out to them for doing a big one with this movie. Like I knew it was gonna do what it was gonna do, baby. But shout out to them for them doing their big one. Okay, I think that it is so dope. I really do. All right. All right, so let's get into this real quick. Tory Lanez. Tory, y'all know Tory. Y'all know Tory Lanez. Okay, that gal that he married around there, you know, they got married around there and went, you know, after the trial and all of this stuff and all that stuff. You know, she got the baby by him, all that stuff. Okay. Anyway, the gal went around there and married him, knowing he was going to the slammer. You know what I'm saying? And girl, in less than a year, you ready to divorce him. The people told your ass before you went around there and said I do anyway. The people told you. You still went around there and did it anyway. Girl, the people told you not to go around there and do it. They told you. But you thought you was doing something. And now, look at you. You're getting ready to divorce the man. What you marry him for anyway? Let's be for real. What you marry him for anyway? Because I feel like the very moment that you sign them papers, you going to sing like a canary or something. I don't know. I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't have married you to begin with, even if I was the little leprechaun. You know, I wouldn't have married you. I want to marry nobody, to be honest. And the only reason why I say that is because again, you married him, child. You don't know what that girl's saying out here. As she free, you don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was dumb. I think it was stupid. I think all of the things. I think it's dumb and stupid. I do. And I don't know. Like, yeah, I think it was dumb. I really do. I do think it was dumb. Okay. I think it was dumb. What y'all saying? I don't understand it tearing each other down like that. Let me see what y'all saying about Stephen J. Smith and the J stands for. That man is Stephen A. Smith. I've always said he's just one that always talks out of turn. Just be quiet. Just and then you always want to come back and justify something. Like, I just want you to shut up. That's it. That's just how I feel about it. All right, let's get into this. If I get activated on this, I just get activated, and I'm gonna tell y'all that now, okay? Because I don't like what's happening. Okay, I don't like what's happening with this. I really don't. Some of y'all may disagree with me, and that is absolutely okay. But I feel like we got to talk about the elephant in the room because it just ain't cool. Okay. All right. I thought that they had the whole thing. Is this the one? Okay. Here we go. So y'all know Power Star. Let's take. I'm with everybody who I've heard say this. Let's take age out the picture. Let's take the star Tariq out of the picture. And let's take all of this out of the picture. All right? Because there's no way that anywhere that you look at this that you can make this okay. And I'm tired of y'all making these excuses because this is a man that this is happening to from a woman. So we're going to talk about it. And again, what we cannot do is here's what I will say. What we will not do is justify this because the roles are reversed. Okay? So let's go. Michael Rainey Jr. was streaming with Talia. Okay. I didn't like how the neighborhood talk used his character to apologize because this did not happen to the character. This happened to Michael Rainey Jr. This did not happen to his character. And what we will not do is we will not diminish, we will not set aside, we will not act like this stuff is not happening. So to the neighborhood talk, I'm calling y'all out because I think that shit was messy. This did not happen to Tariq. This absolutely happened to Michael Rainey Jr. And we will not sit back and pretend like, again, that this stuff is okay. I thought that was very, it was almost like you're trying to discredit what took place. Leave that damn character out of this, because this has nothing to do with his character. And when I say character, I'm talking about Tariq. This didn't happen to Tariq. So they were streaming live, and as they were streaming live, you can see in this video, I'm going to play it. Look at the sister and look at his face. The sister comes up, and you know, of course, the children that are sitting right there are covering it up, but you can literally see her walking up, touching this man's crotch. I think that he tried everything in his power to try to play these things off, because that's not cool whatsoever. I think that in the society and the world that we live in, I feel like had he responded in a different way, things would have been absolutely different. I think he did what was best in that moment, because you probably don't know what to do in that moment. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to sit up here and act like this shit was okay. Okay. I'm fist to drag her, because the thing about it is, I don't care how old you are self-aware enough to know that those were boundaries that you crossed from another person. And if the roles were absolutely reversed, we would be up on this internet dragging Michael Rainey Jr., talking about that he no longer needed to be on the show. We would have talked about all these things. Her ass, in my opinion, needs to be charged, because you need to learn to keep your hands to yourself. This was unwarranted. That man did not want that. And I don't care what you say, it was an absolute violation. She needs to be charged, and I said what I said, and I meant it. Because my thing about this is, what if this would have went differently? What if she would have done that, right? And then he reacted in not so a pleasant way. This would have been drug on and on and on. But in my absolute opinion, I don't care if you're a woman or a man. You do this to anybody, you are violating their space, and you absolutely need to suffer the consequences for violating their space. This is not cool whatsoever. And I think it is absolute bull that Talil got up and he was trying to defend it in the first place until people start eating him up in the comments. Now, to damn 50 Cent, I feel like there is a way that you control, and I feel like there's a way that you just need to shut up. You just need to be absolutely quiet. Because again, had the roles been reversed, you would have been trying to get Michael Rainey Jr. off of all of your shows, because you would have been separating yourself from him, because you wouldn't want to be represented that way. But to now try to play this off as some advances, nigga, shut up. Because at the end of the day, again, she violated him. What she did was SA, in my opinion. And I said what I said. So for you to get up here on this internet and try to play this thing off as if it wasn't that serious or if it wasn't that deep, no, sir. We got on YK Yaris for doing what he did to Sukihana, and we know how Sukihana, I mean, it ain't cool no matter how you do it. It's not cool. So I said it, and I'm gonna say it again. Her ass needs to be charged. I don't give a damn if she's 15. I don't give a damn if she's 35. I said I don't care if she's 15. I don't care if she's 35. She needs to be charged. You cannot come up in people's space, and you knew good and well that they were live streaming. And you thought you were going to get a different reaction. That is some low vibrational. It's absolutely disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. We sit back here and we literally talk about men violating women and children and women doing it to children, and we're not going to make this okay in any type of way. And to me, and in my opinion, it didn't happen to me. If it happened to me, I would press charges on your ass and not even think twice about it. And see, let me tell you something. A lot of y'all don't see an issue with this, and you are a disgusting human being. And I'm saying that right now. And if you don't like it, you can exit my chat and you can unsubscribe, honey. Because I'm saying what I'm saying, and I mean every bit of this. This to me, this ain't about having an opinion about shit. It's wrong. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. And you have the absolute wherewithal to know that you cross boundaries. You absolutely know that. So again, this ain't about us having no conversation about who was right, who was wrong. It was wrong all the way together on her behalf, and she should have respected that man's boundaries. We live in a day and a time right now where this stuff is heightened. So you can't be doing stuff like this and think that it is okay. No, absolutely. You need to learn from this. Absolutely. That's just my opinion on that. She needs to be charged. And I said what I said, and I really ain't finna listen to no other opinions about it. Nothing like that. Because if you don't see nothing wrong with it, something wrong with you. Now who gonna check me about it? Because I guarantee you try to check me about this one, you better come correct, and you better come with one of the best reads you can damn find for me. Because I said what I said about this. Period. Y'all like to live in this world of double standards and not wanting to carry the same thing for everybody, but absolutely not. That's not what this is. This is disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. So, of course, he made a statement, and I actually agree with everything in his statement. I actually think that this statement was a really good statement. I think he absolutely. Oh, that's the one I was looking at. Hold on, I don't care about what's his name got to say. I really don't. Let's read his statement really quick. So he takes to his social media, of course, because this is where this is relevant at, is on social media. He says at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed and he's not telling a lie at all. The fact is, SA is never okay, regardless of the gender or status. We are all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. And I don't do anything but give him props for that statement, because at the end of the day, the girl was wrong. Y'all know she was wrong. And again, there should be nothing else to say, period. Period. Sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. Turn my fan on because that made me hot. It made me hot. Okay. So I say what I said about it. Like I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. That's how we're conditioned as boys. So many men have experienced SA and molestation at early ages, but because we were boys, we were told what makes you a man. Absolutely, Harold. Because what people are doing now, and this is really my biggest issue. This is my biggest issue, and I must say this. My biggest issue is niggas. And yes, I'm talking to you dumb, stupid niggas. I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking about the ones who are sitting up on the internet saying if he didn't like it, he must be gay. What is wrong with y'all? And this is, I really thought we were past that. We living in 2024. I really thought we were getting past that. But some people are in the comments literally saying, if he didn't like it, then that must mean he gay. What like what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? A bunch of unintelligent niggas that I wish would shut up and go put your nose in a book, go read a book, go do something with your time. You an idiot. That is so dumb. What is wrong with y'all? I'm seeing women saying it. I'm seeing men say it. No, I don't give a damn if you are a woman. If you violate my space, you violate my space. That ain't got nothing to do with somebody being gay. I really, sometimes I'm like, what world do we live in? What does that have to do with you being gay because you don't appreciate someone violating your damn space? Huh? Why? What? Like, what? I really need y'all to grow up and change our way of thinking. That is stupid work. And a lot of y'all that think like that, that makes absolutely no damn sense. That makes no sense. What this girl did was violate this man's space. She SA'd him, period. So saying all that extra stuff, y'all have got to use y'all brain and y'all have got to think. That does not make a person gay because they feel like she shouldn't be in their space. She violated the man. When you feel violated and uncomfortable, who the cares about being excited or happy or whatever you trying to say? Like, who gives a shit about that? It is literally really some ignorant people in this world. So for you to even think that in any kind of way, that is crazy. That is crazy to me. And that's just all I gotta say about that. Because the way folks run around here operating and talking, it's just wild to me. What's up, Ray Mel? How you doing? Hey, everybody that came in case if I didn't get an opportunity to speak to you. Hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day. Okay. So yeah, I just that girl, I'm telling y'all, that girl, the sister, her ass needs to be charged. She need to be locked up, and I know it's up to him to press charges, but she don't need to get away with this type of stuff. Because if she done it to you, that means she's doing it to other people. She did it in front of kids. We don't know what she's doing to other people. That is just not cool to me. I don't see nothing beyond it. It's not cool to me. And you need to be charged for it. Absolutely. Girl. And I don't care what your sister, your brother, don't give no type of excuses. Because girl, at this point, it is what it is. You did it and you need to suffer the consequences for doing it. Period. And I said what I said. All right. Let's move on, honey. Let's move on. Miss Quad got her a new man over there on Married to Medicine. Miss Quad got her a new man, okay? I'm happy for Miss Quad. I'm happy for Miss Quad over there on Married to Medicine. It looks like Miss Quad is going to have a good season. I'm just happy to see her happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just happy to see her happy. You know, I'm really here for this season of Married to Medicine. It looks like everything has been put on hush, honey. There are certain things that we know has been leaked about the other shows. But what I will say again is congratulations to Miss Quad. Miss Quad, she got it. She got it. Honey, I wish her nothing but the best. She deserves for somebody to love her just as we all do. With that being said, I wish them nothing but the best. And I really hope that we get to see them in a great direction on the show. Because clearly, based on the way Dr. Heavenly was talking, it kind of she sounds like she's been dating this guy for quite some time. And I think if she wanted to bring him to the show before now, I think she would have done that. However, I do think that this gives her a story outside of what's going on with the other girls. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So instead of the other girls trying to figure out, trying to hook up, trying to do these things, I'm really interested in seeing what this actually gives us. So, and let's just talk about it. The man look good, okay? And y'all know Quan ain't finna mess with no man that ain't got no money, honey. Okay. Him, they already told us that, but I absolutely believe that. I believe that Quan got a lot of things by being smart along through the years. And I absolutely would not see Quan dating somebody who ain't out here making a coin or doing the things that she needs to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm happy for her. Dr. G got sweet tea. Hopefully they're working through their things in their marriage, and hopefully it's good. And I pray nothing but the best for Quad and this man. You know what I'm saying? My man, my man, my man. Come on, Quad. That man look good. That man look good. And Dr. Heavenly say, Dr. Heavenly say that he got a real deep voice. I said, come on, Quan. Yes, Quan. And let's just be honest. Can we be honest for a second? Can we be honest for a second? Quad. This man look good with Quad. Him and Quad look good together. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think for me. And I'm just saying for me. Like Dr. G and Sweet Tea, they look good with each other, right? Me personally, and I'm just giving an opinion, honey. Just giving an opinion, and some of y'all might not agree with it. To me, Quad and Dr. G ain't really just look like that. Okay. You know when people are married and you'd be like, oh, y'all look like y'all belong together. To me, her and Dr. G didn't look like that. They didn't give me that. With this man, it looked like they belong together. Like they really do look good together. And I feel like that with some people. Some people sometimes I just be like, oh, okay, yeah, y'all together, okay, But with this one, I'm like, they look good. They really do look like. They really do look good together. So shout out to them. Love is love, and I wish them nothing but the best. Wish them nothing but the best. All right. Moving on. All right, so y'all know that we went live, I think, before I left, and we talked about the whole Britney and Kenya situation. So the last thing that I discussed, I think we were eating Britney up because it was revealed to us. Again, this was all alleged. None of us was there, so we didn't really know what happened. And this was before the audio was leaked. Down to Kenya Moore's hair care spa grand opening that she had. There was something that took place between Kenya and the newbie Britney. Now, what has been said, I think we're getting all kind of different angles of this thing. It was said that Kenya kind of did like a revenge P type of situation. Kenya comes out and states that she didn't do anything like that, right? But it was very obvious, and I have to say this, it was very obvious that whatever took place, Kenya did it at her grand opening. And I think for me, I wouldn't have wanted that type of energy at my grand opening. And maybe from what I understand, the producers ain't even know that this was going to happen. So to me, it kind of seems like, she kind of went out on a limb to do her own thing. And listen, I think that we can have drama without all the extra stuff, without all the extra if Revenge P is involved in any type of way, if photographs are involved, if all of these things are involved, I do not condone that. And I do think that it is not right to do. And I definitely wouldn't have did it at my own grand opening. I'm just keeping it in the book. And I know a lot of y'all are team twirl, and I have liked Kenya over the last few seasons of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But for me, this one would definitely seal that thing up if this is how it comes out. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think that I can't agree with it. You know, I don't agree when anybody does anything like that. And that's just how I feel about it. I think it was wrong. And then for you to do it at your own event is even more crazy to me. Now, again, none of us were there, so we don't know exactly what happened. We're hearing certain things as being exclusive information and then it not be becoming true. So apparently before this happened down to Kenya's event, I think that that is where the gun conversation surrounded. She didn't bring a gun. She didn't have a gun. Brittany didn't, but she mentioned something to Kenya about having a gun for bees like Kenya. So clearly they have not hit it off well from the beginning anyway, and there was something going on. But again, I would have to say, if this is true that Kenya did these things, we got to hold Kenya just as accountable as we're holding Martell or anybody else who would do anything in this sort. It's not cool, it's not right, and it just should not be done. And that's just on period. Again, we don't know what happened. But based off of the things that we've heard, based off of this audio, and based off of those things, I gotta say, wrong is wrong, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But again, we were not there, and I don't know if we'll actually see it on the show, depending on how bad it is. I don't think Bravo will put themselves in any type of situation to put that out there like that. So we may not even see it. It may be cut in a way. Who knows? Editing is a powerful thing. But what I will specifically say is if that's the route that it went, that's some ugly work, and Kenya must be held accountable for it. Or, we must talk about it and understand that we don't condone it. That's just what it is. I don't condone it from anybody. And again, I have enjoyed this piece that was up on Kenya for these last couple of seasons because I do think that now, do I think that with the girls in the past that it has been a challenge for Kenya to kind of activate or do the things that she kind of needed to do? I do, but I also think Kenya was on a motherly journey. She was on it was good to see. So I understand she may have had to clock in, but girl, this just wasn't it if this is the truth. Okay. So that's all I got to say about that. I did want to clear that up since I did a video in the beginning on the report that the neighborhood talk reported. It is okay because none of us were there. And so we're just going based off of what we hear. And again, it's all alleged. Okay. All right. Moving on, honey. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we talked about Michael Rainey. We talked about how I feel about Stephen A. Smith. Um, Child Sexy Red. Sexy Red, child. Sexy Red. Sexy Red was arrested down there in New York airport. How do you say that? Airport after an altercation with a fan and security. So was that really a fan you get into a fight with? Is that a fan? To the people that was in that altercation at the airport, please DM me so that I can replace your phone. Now listen. I just got out. Okay, so they playing a song in the background. There was an altercation where Sexy Red and I can't really show the altercation because you know how they do. But or you know how YouTube do. She was arrested. Okay, she was let out. Um, listen, I just want us to behave when we go places, y'all. Just behave, honey. Child. It's crazy. That was my thing, Sweet Jane. I don't understand where the security at. I don't understand where people are at, like with all of these things. I don't know. I know you got the money to get security and to get people around you that really care for you and that wouldn't have wanted to see you involved in no altercation. I think maybe it's just I don't know what it is, but I would want my security and my manager, all the people that are around me, I would want them to influence me not to do these things or to not be seen in this light. But I guess maybe I don't know, maybe it's the I don't know. I don't know. She she from the hood and stuff, so I don't know what happened. But what I will say is I would definitely be having me, security and stuff around me, because what you don't want to happen is I don't care how big of a celebrity you are, you do these kind of things at the airport. If they decide to put you on a no flight list or you can't come up in that airport and stuff, it's gonna make it hard for you. I don't care who you are. You got to follow them people's rules and stuff. So again, I don't know. I don't know, honey. I don't know, but I do think that it is crazy. Okay. And she said she will replace them people fine. Girl. Okay, so let's take a look at this right here. Now, this is sensitive content, meaning um we don't know how it ended up, but let's just take a look at it. Okay. We don't know how it ended. We don't know any of those things. So it looks like these two Detroit women were involved in an kind of an instant karma situation. But they were throwing eggs and flour on somebody's car. And let's just take a look at what happened.
Damn! Damn! They in the blue truck. Hey, look at They on the way. Look, they going to chase them.
Every that moment when that instant karma came in and really shifted that whole thing. So, in case of you guys did not see it, they were in like a blue older Chevy Traverse, is what it looks like to me. They were throwing eggs and flour on someone's car. That can ruin the paint. It can ruin everything, or it can ruin some things. But they get back in their car, they take off, and as they take off, another car, because they ran the stop sign, the car that hit them was in the right of way. It looks like they were going and they hit them full speed, and that happened. Now listen, Linda, listen. Now see, in that moment, you ain't got no business running them stop signs, red lights, or anything like that, because that is bound to happen if that's what you do. Okay, so the fact that y'all still got out, and I wish the video would have kept going, but the fact that y'all got out and kept on, the people kept running after y'all. Honestly, if they would have got y'all, they had every right to do so. Y'all came over to their space, met them with them. So, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I just think, leave people alone. Leave people alone, baby. Leave people alone. You don't never know what you're gonna get pulling up to somebody's house. You never know what you're gonna get. So don't be that dummy. Don't be that dummy that you'll pull up to somebody's house and you don't know what you're gonna get in any direction. You just don't know what you're gonna get. So get it together. Okay? Get it together. All right. Okay, so I got a few more things to talk about, y'all, and then we're gonna keep it pushing and enjoy our day. But can you guys do me a favor and please hit that like button, honey? Bless the platform. Cash out $ Chef Don Don 2 or via Venmo at Chef Don Don 2 as well. Okay. But above all, make sure you hit that like button. It is a free way of supporting the platform, and I do appreciate you for doing so. All right. So I don't know if you guys remember this story, right? Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you guys remember this story, but I find this very interesting, right? Okay, so neighbors, the man charged with robbing Houston rapper Bun B and his wife during home invasion back in April of 2019 learned his fate on Friday. Now, according to ABC 13, and this was last Friday, of course, DeMonte Jackson will serve 40 years in prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and engaging in an organized crime using exhibiting a deadly weapon. I'm sorry. Now, DeMonte, who was 20 at the time of the incident, pleaded guilty to the felony charge related to the crime while he held Bun B's wife, Queenie, at gunpoint and was shot during a gun fight with Bun B. Now, Bun B took the stand on Thursday and opened up about what happened and how the robbery still affects him to this day.
More breaking news now. The man charged with robbing Bun B and his wife Queenie has been sentenced.
We just learned that DeMonte Jackson received 40 years in prison for each charge. Those sentences will be served concurrently. Jackson pleading guilty to felony charges related to the 2019 home invasion. During the robbery, he held Queenie at gunpoint. He was shot during a gunfight with Bun B. Today, we heard from Jackson's grandmother, along with prosecutors. They called witnesses who performed Jackson's psychological analysis. It took 5 years to get to this point. Lawyers for Jackson say he has been undergoing mental health treatment.
She can't communicate, and I get so angry all again because she didn't deserve it. She didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for this. The next morning, she got out of bed and went down to the kitchen, and I heard her scream, and I went down to see what was wrong, and she had her back turned, and she was crying, and I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" She was like, "I can't." She was just shaking furiously. I can't. I'm like, "Well, you can't." She's like, "I can't look at those stairs."
I'll say this, regardless, I think once your privacy is invaded and once you feel like you're no longer protected, you know, it be hard to deal with. So I honestly pray that Bun B's wife is good and okay. Because it is important, after that to make sure you get your mental health checked out, because it's never easy dealing with that once your space is invaded. And I'll be saying that about everybody who is involved, in robberies or involved in home invasions, whatever it may be. Once your privacy is invaded, you're never the same. Honestly, you're never the same. So you really do have to go through therapy to get it together. So he did receive 40 years. Now, this has been going on since this originally happened in 2019. So it's been a while. It's been a while. So there we have that going. Yeah, I agree. They definitely should have been taking care of the wife as far as mental health is concerned. Because again, I'm quite sure she went through a lot. Quite sure she went through a lot. Okay. All right. I did see that Howard University's trustees vote to accept the return of Diddy's honorary degree and plans to return his $1 million donation due to behavior that is fundamentally is just not accepted, and it goes against the university's values. I think that they handled that the best way. I think they handled it the best way. So they did go ahead and make a announcement, and they say today's Howard University announced that the Board of Trustees has unanimously voted to accept the return of Sean Combs' honorary degree. Originally, he received it in May of 2014, and the vote took place during a regularly scheduled board meeting. So again, in my opinion, I mean, I don't disagree with it. I don't disagree with it. If it goes against their what their values are, then they have every right to give it back. At least they're giving them 1 million back. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't you know, it just I don't know. Some people are disagreeing that the money is being given back. I actually agree that the money is being given back to him. Um, I, I wouldn't accept anything at all, not giving you a degree, not the donation. I I do think that there could be things that the money could be used for, of course, but I also think that based off of the way that he is, um, I would have given the money back as well. So, you know, that's just how I feel about that one. So yeah. I think a lot of people have different thoughts on it, but for me, that's the way I feel about it. I do think that they should give it back. I absolutely. I wouldn't want I would cut all ties with him. And also too, I think that the university doesn't want to be tied up with him in any type of way because think about it. Um if they're asking, I mean, if they're taking away his doctorate degree, that means that they don't want to be associated with him at all. So what would it look like? And what would if he decided to come out, it would be like, oh, y'all kept my 1 million, but y'all don't want me to be represented with the university at all. So I just think in our essence to take care of everything, it is smart to get that money back. I do. I I do. I think it is smart to give the money back. All right. They need to blur that monster under the jail. Give that man his dirty money back. Hey, Catherine, what's going on? Yeah, I agree. I agree. And you never know what that man would say. Also, too, given his degree, real. Let's just be for real. You know, let's just be for real. Okay. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this. I thought he only pledged the money but didn't give it. No, I think he did give it because he gave them a check. Yeah, he did give them the money. He did give them, well, I guess he gave them the money. Last thing I saw, he gave them the money. Which is, you know, why they're giving it back. That was the last thing that I read. Last thing that I read. Yeah, I know he took a minute to pay. A couple of them folks. Absolutely. I do remember that. I do remember that. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into this. This is so unfortunate and this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Let's get into it. So this happened right before we went live. I saw it. And it says, neighbors, this is sad. One person is unalived after they were shot and killed during a hostage situation on an Atlanta transit bus, according to WSB-TV. 39-year-old Joseph Greer held the bus driver at gunpoint and forced them to drive throughout the city, leading police to a high-speed chase across 2 counties. Now, authorities claim that Greer was in the scene of a mass shooting that took place earlier in the day in downtown Atlanta. Though Greer is not accused of being involved in the mass shooting, the injured four people, WSB-TV cameras did catch him on the scene seemingly arguing with someone. When one of their reporters spoke with Greer on the scene, she claimed that he was loud and belligerent. From there, Greer reportedly got on a Gwinnett County Transit bus from the downtown area, but while on the bus, he got into an argument with a fellow passenger, Ernest Bird. Bird then pulled out a gun on Greer, who then took the gun from Bird and began to threaten other passengers with the firearm. Greer then reportedly shot Bird in the leg with his own gun and ordered the bus driver to drive away. A high-speed chase ensued shortly after, spanning across Gwinnett County and DeKalb County. Police were finally able to get the bus to stop after they burst the tires and shot at the bus engine. Oh, Jesus. Well, Lord, thank God that the people was okay that they had to shoot at the engine and stuff, because I couldn't imagine in my mind that would be safe. I'm just saying. I cannot imagine that would be safe. So it goes on to say that Bird died from his injuries at the local hospital. As of right now, the identity of the driver is unknown, or the current conditions. As for Greer, he is facing dozens of charges, including unaliving and kidnapping. Child, check this out.
This morning, police searching for answers after a man hijacked a commuter bus in Georgia, killing one passenger on board.
Hostage situation on the Gwinnett bus. PD's on scene.
The dangerous chase started around 4:30 p.m. in downtown Atlanta.
Someone has the driver hostage, possibly will not let them stop the bus.
Police say the suspect, 39-year-old Joseph Greer, hijacked the transit bus with 17 people on board.
Our 911 operators trying to navigate what was a gunman with a gun to the head of a bus driver saying, "Don't stop this bus or else worse will happen." This is the type of thing that obviously no one it seems like the movies.
You can see the bus here driving up the wrong side of the road. Police following closely behind. The bus sideswiping a car as it continues fleeing from authorities. The high-speed chase ending in DeKalb County after police popped the tires, bringing it to a stop.
Be advised that all units know that the suspect is at the door right now with the gun in his hand. So please be careful.
As passengers exited the bus, SWAT team members began clearing it, discovering a passenger with a gunshot wound. The victim was transported to the hospital where they succumbed to their injuries.
My heart goes out to the family of the one individual that is deceased at this time. My heart also goes out to the individuals that had to endure this frightening journey across multiple jurisdictions this evening that was on this bus here.
This morning, police searching for answers.
Child, the people is crazy, ain't it? The people is crazy. Listen, that is sad. I would have to say that is extremely sad to hear. That is sad to hear. It's absolutely sad. Look at Scotty being messy, y'all. Look at Scotty being messy. Me and Chef right there the same age, baby. He not disrespecting me. I'm just keeping it real with you, baby. I know that's why I'm just keeping it real with you, baby. But no, what's up, Scotty? What's going on? I think that this is absolutely crazy, y'all. This is absolutely crazy. He had them people chasing down. Right. I do think they should have put them spike strips out too. They definitely said that they shot at the engine of the bus and they shot at the tires. Now that could have ended very dangerous. So, I mean, prayers out to the family of the individual who was, who did pass away. Unfortunately, definitely prayers out to the family. Can you imagine like getting that call that your loved one was like, I don't know, that is crazy to me. I can imagine that. So again, prayers out. Okay, prayers out. Not you over being messy. Not you being messy about the waiter. Not you being messy about the waiter. Have to talk about the waiter. He said, hopefully the waiter don't get mad. I be thinking about that, about your man. And I be like, I hope his man don't get mad at me. Because he's gotta go forever be pudding pop and you know, caramel cake, honey. And all of the things, child. Blueberry cobbler, you know, all of the things are the things. Okay, so let's get into our next thing. I told you I had a lot to talk about. I swear it's like when you out of town, you gotta catch up on everything, honey. It's like you gotta catch up on everything. Oh, Scotty, if you still in here, when does who's wrong? When does it air? When does it air? I would like to know that. I need my people to watch it. Okay, I need my people to watch it. Okay, so we talked about Tory Lanez and that gal, divorcing him, which you all saw that bullshit coming up. Y'all shouldn't have got married in the first place. We talked about the young lady who unfortunately passed away, the young rapper. I don't really know her. We talked about Nene Leakes, and her owing, for the background. We talked about Oprah and Gayle. Okay, we talked about Oprah and Gayle. I got some stories that I saved that I want to talk about real quick. Hold on. And I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. Please make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Okay, so we talked about the man, talked about this. Okay, let's get into this. In July, no, I'm just kidding. Not my little chitlin. Here you go with that. Not my little chitlin, honey. Not my little chitlin. Okay, so let's get into this. Y'all, they said that this mother car got repossessed, baby, with the 1 week, a 1 week old baby inside. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but as hot as it is around this world, girl, you gonna leave a 1 week old baby in the car? I don't care what you're trying to do. I don't care. You should have put that baby up in that car seat and took that baby on up in that school with you. No, girl, they got these chips in the cars and stuff. They be knowing where you at and stuff like that. And girl, they wouldn't repo your car while you was around there dropping your child off in the daycare. Now, I'm so sorry for you, baby, but you should have packed that baby up and took that baby inside with you. 1 week old? We leaving 1 week olds in the car? Let's go, y'all.
First tonight at 5, a sticky situation came to a quick conclusion this morning after a car was repossessed with precious cargo still in the back seat. Thankfully, the child is back with the family now after police were able to sort out the situation. 44 News reporter Josh Myers has more on the incident.
Police say that a repo man received the fright of his life today when he realized that the car he just repossessed and driven off in still had a baby in the back seat.
911. This is on Riverside. Someone just stole the client's car with her daughter in it. She's in another client's car chasing.
According to Evansville police, the infant's mother left the car unattended very briefly when she parked outside a daycare to drop another child off. Two men planning to repossess the car took action while it was parked on East Riverside Drive, jumping in the driver's seat and pulling out. They had previously alerted Central Dispatch that they intended to repossess the vehicle.
Came in as a kidnapping. There was some confusion initially. It took a few seconds to figure out that the repossession was actually the same event as the kidnapping.
Police say the repo man didn't realize he'd unintentionally made off with a child until he got a call from dispatch saying as much. Around the same time, a daycare worker was on the phone with the dispatcher describing the confusing moment the car was taken.
I was sitting out here blowing up the bouncy houses. Her started screaming. She was going back to her car. and they just was backing out with the car.
Police met up with the driver at Wolf's Auto Auction, where the infant was reunited with her mother. No arrests have been made nor charges filed. EPD says that their investigation into this incident has been closed, and they're just chalking it up to a misunderstanding. Reporting in Evansville, Josh Myers, 44 News.
So I'll say this: that really could have ended way worse than what it was. Let's just be honest about it. I do think that with that baby being 1 week old, I'm sorry, but that baby should have went inside with you. The baby should have went inside with you. Clearly she may have been going through some things as a mother, and I don't wish anything bad on her, but we gotta know that a 1 week old baby should always be with you, should never be left unattended. Because what if a complete stranger would have got in that car and took off with that car? That baby still would have been inside of that vehicle. So it could have ended a whole lot worse than what it actually did. So for me, I don't care what anyone says, that baby should have went inside with her, because the baby could literally, we could be seeing missing signs of the actual baby, because there are crazy people in this world. Who's to say again that somebody wouldn't have got in that car and drove all the way to hell crazy? We've seen things like that happen before. So again, it was important that that child should have definitely went inside of that daycare with her, period. That's just how I feel about it, right? All right. Damn, the people couldn't wait for me to come back. I had to go run a little errand. Y'all dropping out like flies. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so again, she wasn't charged. No one was charged with anything, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. I just think again, next time, baby, that baby is a week old, and I could have only imagined how she felt in that moment, but we got to make sure we take care of our newborns, especially. Okay. Girl, I'm so sick of y'all teachers with y'all nasty asses. Oh, y'all is some sick people. Of course, if you're not doing this, I'm not talking about you. But let's get into this here really quick from on site. 2 female teachers in Wisconsin resigned for allegedly sexting student and attempting to arrange a foursome. What kind of... So I'm going to tell y'all this about to be probably very sensitive. But we got to get into it. We're gonna get into it. Okay. I agree with you, Camera. Actually, I do think she'll leave that baby again. I do, and I don't think she should do that. Y'all think she should have been charged with what is it, child endangerment? Man. Whew. Okay. All right, so let's get into this, and I'm gonna look it up from my phone because I can't actually see this. That's right. All right, let's get into it. 2 high school business teachers in Wisconsin were forced to resign after it was discovered that they had been engaging in inappropriate behavior with a student, per the NY Post. Okay. Okay, y'all saying she should be charged. Okay. 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 I mean, listen. Okay. Okay. Let's get into this. So the teacher, Alexis Saldris and Jennifer Larson, were caught exchanging explicit messages and photos with the students through Snapchat. Baby, that Snapchat is of the devil, okay? I'm sorry. That Snapchat and doing all that stuff, because y'all think that stuff disappear. Y'all don't want to be, y'all wants to go on that Snapchat and do all your little sneaky link stuff. Y'all need to stay out there. Stay out there, Snapchat, baby, because it's getting the children's caught up, and it's getting these adults that's over here messing with these children caught up. Let's keep going. They even went as far as suggesting a foursome and sending risque pictures. The scandal came to light after a school trip that took place from April the 7th to April the 9th. Larson confessed to sending inappropriate messages about cuddling, flirting, and implications of alcohol, and the implications of alcohol. The teacher reportedly told the boy they wanted to have fun with him and asked if another student could join them. This is some sick shit. What is wrong? This is sick. This is sick. Girl, what? All this adult penis out here and you two heifers want some kids. All this adult peen out here. All this adult and free peen out here. And y'all want to mess with the kids. I'm sick of y'all sick asses. They need to lock y'all all the way up too. Yeah, y'all need to be put up under the prison. These is people that you need off the street. These are the people that you don't need around your children. Girl, okay. The teachers reportedly told the boy that they wanted to have fun with them and asked if another student could join them. Additionally, Sandrius, however you say her name, allowed the student to drive a district van and shared a half kiss with him, reports noted. On a separate occasion, however you say that girl name, sent the student photos of herself in her underwear and lingerie. You are a sick hoe. And I said what I said. You are sick, lady. What the hell? Larson eventually reported Sanders to the administration for letting the student drive the van, which ended their relationship. The scandal was further exposed when students were seen laughing at explicit pictures of Sanders on a phone. Both teachers were placed on administrative leave and later resigned. That is some bullshit right there. Okay, y'all gave them the option to go on it. Y'all gave them the option. Administrative leave. What handcuffs ain't on? Thank you, CC. What the hell we missing? What we missing? Why they not locked up? This is sick. Why are they not locked up? Listen, y'all. This type of stuff right here it's getting out of hand, man. It is literally getting out of hand. What is wrong with these people? Like, I'm with you, QT. Why they not in jail? Background checks aren't enough anymore. I mean, this is some sick stuff. I don't know what's up with these teachers feeling like y'all can be risque with other people's kids and stuff like that. Baby, if I was these mamas, I'd be in jail because I'd be whooping. Excuse me. I'd be doing some stuff. I'm sorry. I just gotta keep it real. I just gotta keep it real with you, baby. I would be out here because ain't no way. It's just no way. It's absolutely no way. Man, I don't know. I had to share that with y'all because it disturbed my spirit when I read it. And then you asking the kids to have a foursome because you want to have another what that baby. I'm trying to tell y'all that is sick. That is some sick stuff. Okay, that's it. And yeah. Lord have mercy. Okay. So really quick, let's move over to the Love and Marriage Huntsville mess and drama. I am still going to review last week's episode. I haven't gotten an opportunity to. I'm actually going to watch it as soon as I get through with this live. I'm going to watch it. But first of all, before I do that, I have one more other story before I get into the Love Marriage Huntsville's ratings, get into something about Melody. I want to get into NELL FLETCHER just briefly as well. So we'll get into that. But before I do that, let me share this story. Hold on. Okay. So I noticed this story and I just kind of wanted to bring it to you guys' attention again. I don't know if y'all remember this, but in a deeply disturbing case, a woman has been accused of unaliving a 3-year-old boy while his mother was loading groceries into their car. The tragic incident took place in a parking lot where the suspect allegedly approached the child and committed the heinous crime. Adding to the horror, the accused woman mocking the boy's father as he emotionally spoke about his son's death. This senseless act of violence has left the community in shock and in mourning, with many expressing their outrage and sorrow over the loss of such a young life. The investigation is ongoing as authorities seek justice for the devastated family. But one thing I noticed that they didn't highlight, this woman is being absolutely foul in court. She's being foul in court. I don't care how you see it. For you to be sitting up, giggling, mocking, kikiing, and doing all of these things, I would have wanted to reach out and touch you in court. And I know you're not supposed to do that, but I would have. Because it's absolutely ridiculous that you sitting up mocking and doing all this extra stuff. Grow your big ass up.
Good morning, sir. Could you start with your name?
My name is Jared Wood, father of deceased, husband of Margot. Your Honor, that day, 1 week ago, she took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son or anything that my wife and I, even our other kids, are going through. It's horrendous. I really wish no bail, period, or extend it to the max limit possible that you can, at the very least. Just do whatever you can to keep this monster behind bars.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything else you would like to say?
That'll be it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You have to be a sick individual to stand there and do something like that. You have to be a sick, unwell individual, and she's clearly unwell. You're clearly unwell to be sitting there mocking or sitting there just doing the things that you're doing. Like, that's just not cool. And again, listen, our mental health is important, y'all. We gotta take care of our mental health because this is crazy. This is crazy. You sitting up there giggling and kikiing and carrying on? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You did some foolishness. Yes, get help, because that was sick. That was sick. Okay, so let's move over to the Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff really quick. Let me grab these ratings. I do know a lot of people are reporting on the fact that the ratings are at a season low, which they are, if we're going to talk about it and keep it real. Let's take a look. Hold on 1 second. All right, so episode 8, which came on June the 8th, and again, I didn't get a chance to watch the episode. I saw clips. I didn't get a chance to watch the episode because you guys know I was away. So 238,000 viewers watched the episode from Saturday. Yeah, it's a season low in viewerships. Okay, so they kept the same demographic for the last few weeks or the last few episodes. As you can see, the demographic numbers are still the same. However, the viewership numbers are very low. Now, listen, I don't know what in Carlos' mind made people think that this was just going to be a season that people are really tuned in, but I think people are exhausted of the messy cycle of what we're seeing. Now, the reason why I've been steadily watching the show is because, again, I want to make sure that I'm reviewing the show and giving you guys my commentary on the show, because I know that that's something that y'all are interested in. I won't say that this season is like I'm like so gung ho on catching each and every episode, because I'm really, I don't know what it is. It's just not resonating with me this season, not clicking with me this season. It's a lot of weird stuff going on, weird angles, and it really ain't cute, to be honest. But hey, that's neither here nor there, and that's just my opinion. I will review the show and give you guys a review for this past episode. But here we are with episode 6. Episode 6 bringing in 238,000 viewers. So yeah, that's that on that. Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna change, because one of the things that I'm noticing, people are not really here for the whole Trish. I'm not sure why Trish thinks she need to train Martell and all these. Like, it's just giving weird vibes to me. It's giving such weird vibes to me. Like, why in the world would Trish need to be training Martell? Like, what kind of, like, and Carlos over there doing them lives with Heavenly, acting like that's cute. Who gives a damn? This woman over here needs to be concerned about. She need to be training her husband or her boyfriend or whatever, or training her husband to get a divorce or whatever she need to do. I think it is absolutely nuts for you to come on this show. You're not divorced. People are trying to figure out why you aren't signing the papers. People are trying to figure out why you're not doing these things. I honestly, if I was Ken, I would honestly be asking the questions. Last I heard, he talking about he was afraid because he didn't know. Girl, no. This woman not signing no type of divorce papers. I don't know what her plans are. She's talking about she ain't talked to this man in 5 years. But girl, the pictures is saying something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, child, I don't know. I don't know. That Trish bull. I can't really rock with that one. I can't really rock with that one. Right. I don't understand why Martell need a doggone need a doggone thing. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot to me. It's just weird stuff coming at all different angles. I wasn't here for the Destiny confronting Moses. I'm not here for Destiny and Sonny having a conversation about it. I'm really not. And this is just, again, these are just my opinions, and I'm not saying y'all shouldn't watch it. I'm not saying don't watch it, because I'm gonna still watch it regardless. I'm gonna still watch it because I'm gonna still give y'all some content. It's just crazy to me because, again, from all different angles, it just seems like a weird storyline, and it's weird. The whole Trish thing is weird. The whole Martell situation is weird. I did see the clip of this last episode where Stormy was asking Tisha what she meant about popping pills and stuff like that, and Tisha was like, "Girl, you heard what I said. I said what I said, girl." And again, it's just some of the stuff is just not clicking for me. Is that all right to say? It just ain't clicking for me. And I know we on episode 6, but girl, it's just weird to me. This is weird to me. I would really like to see people growing, people doing their business stuff. I really would like to see those things. I'm kind of tired of the repetitive drama and just excerpts of things that just, to me, just for what? For what? And how you know that Carlos went into this with a messy thing? He told Dr. Heavenly that where Married to Medicine went wrong is by not allowing Sweet Tea and Quad have a sit down. Girl, who is sitting up like your raindrops? All these people, no one. What do Quad and Sweet Tea need to sit down and have a conversation for? Why? Why? You want some mess from them. You want some mess from them. I'm not checking for my ex-husband and what my ex-husband got going on. You know what I'm checking for? I'm checking for this new man. That's what I'm checking for. I'm not doing these things. I feel like it is so weird to sit back and indulge in things like that. I do. I think it's weird. What Dr. G and Quad went through, a lot of people say they shouldn't even be cordial with each other, but I do think that if you move on and everything is everything, why not be cordial? I can speak to you when I see you. I can speak to your wife when I see your wife, because in all honesty, I don't have an issue with them. I don't have an issue with what y'all got going on. And what y'all not going to try to make it do is seem like I'm supposed to be jealous or feel some type of way about y'all marriage. That's something I don't understand at all. I would want to be focused on my union. I would want to be focused on making sure that my marriage is good. I'm not focused on no exes. I'm not focused on no what used to be. I'm not focused on what could have been. Let's talk about what's going on now. Let's talk about what's going on now. Me sitting in front of somebody who is now currently married to my ex does what for me? What the hell does that do for me? Nothing. Nothing. It does nothing for me. But continue to cause mess and stuff. And what does it cause? It calls for people to be like, ooh, I want Dr. G, or this. She want him back. He want her back. All this kind of extra stuff that I don't feel like is necessary. So if you avoid it in that manner, you don't have to worry about that stuff. Because in real life, people do move on. People do move on. They don't have to, just because they wish somebody well, don't mean that they after that person. There was a whole slew of people, and I know we're talking about love and marriage, Huntsville, but there was a whole slew of people who would say, Quad want Dr. G back, Quad want Dr. G back, or Dr. G want Quad back, or this. Girl, who cares? Who cares? Because when people move on, some people legit move on. Like, I don't have to be hating on you from outside the club about what you got going on in your life. Like, I ain't trying to move on in mine. Like, everybody don't be on that type of time. So I don't understand why folks always got to say them. I don't know. Everybody don't be on that type of time. I just think it's messy. I think it is crazy to sit up and talk to your ex, because what you really want is you want to react. You want a TV reaction from me. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. That's what you want. You want a messy moment from me. You want me to pop off. You want me to have things to say. You want me to say something negative about your current wife. You want me to say something negative about your girlfriend. You want drama. You want mess. Can we just keep it real? Can we just keep it real? That's all you want. You want a storyline from me. You want something from me. You want a reaction from me. You want these things. So again, to me, it's no point in sitting down with no ex and all that kind of stuff. Because in real life, people do move on. Okay. I want Trish to move on. That man, y'all need a divorce. Because I wouldn't be sitting up on a show with somebody who is still married. I'm just not gonna do that. Because that also, it makes you look a certain type of way. Let's just keep it real. It makes you look a certain type of way, as well as being the man, knowing that this woman is still married. And now you're on a show, on a public forum, you're on a public show where people can have commentary based on the fact that this woman has not divorced the man that she is married to. And I get it. Sometimes marriages, they come with challenges as far as divorce goes. And I get that. But I wouldn't be a man. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be with somebody like that. So that's why I say, what are they on the show for? What are you on the show for if you're not going to divorce the man? Right? I'm just saying, after 5 years, what are y'all on the show for? What are y'all bringing as far as y'all's relationship? I think your relationship becomes null and void when you have not taken care of the things that keep you from moving on in anything that you're doing. And I'm sorry, as a man on my end, we wouldn't be able to rock, my love. We wouldn't. We wouldn't be. You got too much going on, and I wouldn't be able to rock with it. So again, for me, it's the weirdness of it all for me. Okay. I want to say this again. I'm not speaking on any type of YouTube beefs. I'm not gonna say I could care less. I wish whoever has beefs, I wish them nothing but the best. And you know, that's just how I feel about that, right? But I want to say this. Melody has postponed MeloCon because she has stated that that you know, the CC's back and forth is kind of keeping a rift and in things, and I can understand that. I mean, I can totally understand that. Because all of these CCs would probably be going down to MeloCon, and it would be weird energy. It would be absolute weird energy. So I hope whoever has an issue that they can fix it. If they can't fix it, I just hope they can remain in the room together. Subtract all these threats, all these other things. I just, yeah, it's crazy to see. It's crazy to see what things have turned into. And again, I'm not about to get into a whole bunch of things. I just wish everybody the best. I wish them positivity. I want you guys to stop going from chat to chat, creating these issues or wanting people to speak on these issues. If they want to, let them do it. If they don't, then leave it alone. You understand? Leave it alone, because we're in a time right now where people are dealing with enough shit in their everyday life, and we don't have to keep piling onto it. We really don't. We don't have to pile onto it when it becomes this internet stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all what I told Trending this weekend. I told Trending this weekend that once you meet energy in person and once you're able to connect with energy in person, this stuff on the internet becomes bullshit. It becomes not important anymore. And the reason why I say that is because you know the reality of that particular person based off of the energy that they gave you in the beginning, which is why I say the people who I saw this past weekend who gave me great love, great energy, I appreciate every bit of that, because guess what? It taught me something different from what I see from you online or what I hear from you online. It's very different. So the internet stuff becomes bullshit, becomes something that you just not really rocking with, because what you're rocking with, you've seen it. Does that make any sense? You see what I'm saying? It's like you get you form a different type of opinion based off of getting their real energy in real life. Okay, so a lot of this stuff that go on the internet, a lot of it could be, you know, it could be settled, it could be resolved. So I'm gonna say this again, and I know what some of y'all want, and this is the reason why a lot of y'all cannot handle these conversations. Y'all can't handle real adult conversations because y'all like to consistently indulge in the mess. You like to see the drama. You like, just like y'all dropping out of here. I'm sure that everybody that's dropping out of here, y'all love to see the drama. Y'all love to see people doing what y'all love to see. This, y'all love to see the bickering. Y'all love to see the arguments. Y'all love to see folks go low. Y'all love to see it, and we just gonna be honest about it. Okay, it to y'all, it's entertainment. It's entertainment until you become the person that's in the situation. It's all entertainment. It's all fun. It's all kikis. It's all giggles. It's all these things. And I know I went off on a rant earlier in the live, but this brings me back to it again. It's something that people love to see. You see what I'm saying? It's something that people love to see. Y'all love to see this stuff. And if you don't love to see this stuff, one thing I would think is that a lot of times y'all would approach things differently than what y'all do. And take this how you may, whether you're a content creator or whether you're a subscriber. Take this how you may. It's just a simple truth to it. The truth of the matter is, it is sad to see people consistently in chaos. It is sad to see that. It is absolutely sad to see. There are a lot of people that I support, and I hate to see them going back and forth. I hate to see it. And this is just me being an adult about the situation. I hate to see it. I've made up in my mind, I made a conscious decision that even people that I don't see eye to eye with, one thing that I'm about is, okay, there was a situation from a content creator who said some things about me, and I've witnessed the things that were said about me, and they were some low things, right? I didn't go low, nor did I go to hell with that person, as I could have. Also, there were other people who were going low after starting to talk about this person's kids, calling CPS on these kids. I'm going to keep it real with you. Calling CPS, doing all these things. And what I said on my platform was, I don't condone that, and I don't think that that issue is okay. And this person said some stuff that I don't think that I would ever see eye to eye with them as far as coming back into my space. I couldn't allow that. But one thing about it is, I feel like when wrong is wrong, wrong is wrong. And when right is right, right is right. And I feel like in the situation, y'all talking about this person's kids, y'all wanting to call CPS, y'all wanting to do these things are wrong. How many times have I done videos on not coming for people's businesses? How many times have I done these things? So I could go low, but y'all don't see me doing those things. Y'all don't see me doing those things. So I want us to get to a point where we are laughing, having a good time again, because these people who listen to us, and I'm talking to the content creators now, these people who listen to us, they take time out of their day to listen to us, to really vibe with us, to laugh with us, to kiki with us. And so with that being said, we owe the subscribers something, just as I feel that the subscribers owe it to us to stop being messy, to stop creating certain things. When you go into people's chats, folks like to create lies about people that is not necessary. When you go to a person's chat, when you go to a content creator's chat, you either are there for the content that they are producing, or you click out of that chat and you find somewhere else to go to where you feel like you can indulge in the conversation that is happening in the moment. And I think that a lot of times what we've done is we've allowed ourselves to get too comfortable and doing these things without really thinking about things before we do it. Okay. I want to be on this positive tip, and I want y'all to be on this positive tip. Been on this positive tip since the event, and listen to me to my event, since the brunch, and I literally want to stay on that. I want to stay on that. That's why at the beginning of this live, I had to apologize to the two brothers that may have felt like I was being messy yesterday. I want to say again that was not the case. I made a mistake watching from two different devices, chatted with someone, and I just got it mixed up. It was literally a human mistake. And again, I apologize for that. So with that being said, I encourage the 147 people that is still watching me. And sometimes I know it's hard to listen to. It's hard to listen to people when they're telling the truth, right? So here's what I'm going to challenge y'all with. Please drop nuggets. Encourage the content creators chats that y'all go to. Sometimes it takes a lot for us to get up here and give you even 30 minutes of our time. Sometimes it takes a lot. And for those of you that are not content creators, you don't realize that. You don't. It takes a lot for us to get up here and do what we do. So I'm going to challenge y'all. When you go into these favorite content creators chats that you like, get them an encouraging word. Push them and stop pushing the negativity and the mess. Push positivity, push an encouraging word. Just like sometimes we get up here and we want to make sure that we encourage y'all to keep going, keep doing what you're doing. What did we talk about here in the beginning? We talked about going after our goals, going after our dreams, just going after the things that we know we set on the back burner and we don't do. That's what we have to go after. We have to go after the things that are going to make us the coin. We have to go after the things that's going to challenge us. We have to. The moment that we run into adversity or the moment that we run into a problem, we be ready to give up. And I'm speaking to myself as well in this moment. Being fully accountable for the fact that sometimes I am the same way. But the best thing that I can give to us all is to literally chase after what it is that we want. Chase after our goals. That goes for our subscribers too. Not only does it go for content creators, but it absolutely goes for our subscribers. You are real. You are human. You have things going on in your life as well. So the biggest thing again is pushing the positivity, pushing the things that make you great. And if you don't listen, let me tell you something. This was a therapy exercise for me some time back. And I told y'all, even for my event that I had, I did this same thing. But on a sheet of paper, because it's always important to write these things out, because you can always revisit what you write. Put on one side the positive things that you see in your life. On the other side, put some of the things on there that's not so positive, some things that you know you need to work on, some things that you feel like are holding you back. And honestly evaluate those things and become a better you. That's my encouragement to everybody. This weekend taught me some shit. Do you hear me? I don't really think y'all understand where I'm coming from. This past weekend, it taught me some stuff. It really did. It taught me a lot. And so how dare I get on my platform and not try to teach the other people, not try to teach DonDons or other people who listen to me the things that I learned this past weekend. So again, I had to say that because again, we're not perfect human beings. There's always an area for us to grow. There's always areas for us to be great in. And so that's just my love for you all. I just want to deliver that message because again, I feel like sometimes we really do with the real life stuff that we go through, we give up on ourselves. We don't see ourselves. We don't see the value in ourselves. And I will be one of the persons that will get up here and tell you as a man, sometimes I don't see the value in myself. And sometimes it takes a person to knock you upside your head to make you realize that you are valuable and that you can push and you can move forward. I noticed that a lot of people don't like to hear positive stuff like this. And I pray for y'all. I pray for y'all. There should be no reason why people should be leaving the chat. There should be no reason because this ain't about me. This ain't about me. This ain't about me. This is about the fact that I know that we're all human and we deal with shit every day. This is about us keeping the fight and keeping pushing and keep on going. That was the vision for this event that I had. And I'd be damned if there wasn't somebody in the room who was not touched by those panelists' testimony, that was touched by them doing what they do. This is what it is, y'all. I want to see us do great. I want to see us do better. There's room out here for everybody to do what we want to do how we want to do it, and keep pushing toward being great. So that's all I got to say. And that's how I'm going to end this thing. I'm going to just end it on us being great. We're great. We're valuable. We are important. Say that shit to yourself every day when you wake up and you get to that mirror before you brush your teeth. You are great. You are valuable. You are somebody. That shit is real, y'all. We go through real life stuff where sometimes we don't feel like we nothing. So again, encourage yourself. If y'all ain't heard the song in a while, I implore you to go listen to it. Donald Lawrence, encourage yourself. Because that's true, that's real. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself to keep on pushing. And let me quit because I'll go into a whole sermon about being positive. This weekend taught me a lot of shit, y'all. It did. It taught me a lot. And I'm okay with being taught. And I'm okay with sitting down and understanding like, hey, this is where you got to grow. This is the areas in which you must grow. And these are the areas in where you probably can do better at. And these are the areas where you have it jam-packed. You got it down. You see what I'm saying? So again, I just wanted to say that, like, I felt it on my heart to just let you guys know that we're just living in a time where people are going through real life stuff in their everyday real life. And so it's all about encouraging, it's all about pushing, it's all about moving forward. What's up, Ebony M, my YouTube wife? Honey, what's going on? Okay, so hopefully, again, that blesses you all, because again, I'm pretty big on just making sure that we're good. I'm on a positive high, and I want to stay on that. I want to stay on that. Okay, I want to stay on that. So hopefully that bless you all in some type of way. Okay. Much love to you all, and I want to leave on that note. I want to leave on a positive note. I pray that you all have an amazing day. Remember, self-love and self-care is important. Remember, if you are needing to seek help as far as a therapist, I know that I have majority of women that listen to me. Your mental health is important, women. It is so important that you find someone that you can trust and talk to, and get you a therapist, get you somebody. I heard somebody say today somebody told me today, we were just talking, and they said that they have been through like 3 different therapists, and that's okay. That is okay. I think that is okay, because you have to find someone who fits for you. And that's not saying that therapist can hold you accountable. I actually want my therapist to hold me fully accountable for everything that we talk about. So sometimes that means that you may have to fish through therapists. Listen, those of you that work 9-to-5 jobs, you have an employee assistance program. Some of you have an employee assistance program with your jobs that will allow you to get the therapy and the help that you need. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. In our culture, we really, it's almost like it's this stigma of being something wrong with making sure that your mental health is good, or making sure that you get you a good therapist. It's nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's nothing wrong with that. Understand that. All right. So again, I really just felt this on my heart to say this in this live, and so I hope that this helps y'all throughout the week, throughout the rest of the week. It is Hump Day. Happy Hump Day to you all. I wish you nothing but the best today. And DonDons, I appreciate y'all. The next time I probably go live, we'll talk about the show. I'll do my review and recap on the show, so stay tuned for that. Okay. So I was stop training your ears to receive negativity. That is correct, Cameron. Where we got to. I was just talking to a peer today about wishing more people used EAP. It's there for you. It's there for you. And I know Symmetry, you work in HR, so it is important that you guys check with your employers. Also, some of these insurance companies, I know I can speak from experience. I know some companies have employee assistance programs, and I say use that to its full advantage. But then there are some also insurances, and I know Humana is one of them. I don't know what your job has. I know Humana is one of them. Humana has a program where they help you find therapists, and you do get a certain number of your therapy sessions for free in the beginning, and then they work with you as far as paying your therapist after that. So if your job doesn't offer it, make sure you also call your insurance provider, because you never know what your insurance provider may provide as well. Because I know for me, now I'm not speaking for everybody else, but I know for me, I would not have known that unless my boss told me to call who our insurance provider was. And once I did that, they did have a program available for me. So again, please make sure that you get that. You can do virtual therapy with your insurance as well through Teledoc. Absolutely, Symmetry, because I do that sometimes when I'm not able to make it. I do a virtual appointment. So again, y'all, I know y'all probably tired of me, but our mental health is important, man. We just got to do better, right? We just got to do better, because nobody is going to look out for us like we should be looking out for ourselves. Okay. All right. With that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We will also, members and patrons, we will continue our watch party soon as well. Y'all let me get through let me get through the week, honey, because I'm a little discombobulated with the days and stuff. But once I get back on schedule, we'll be ready and we can finish watching certain things that we watch, because we still got to finish watching Saints and Sinners and a couple of other things. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful and beautiful day, and I will catch you guys in the next live. Much love to you all, and nothing but peace and blessings to everybody. Peace out.